Assalamu alaikum. Our group will be presenting on object relations. Our group members include Ibra, Mevish, Anam, Atika, and myself, Karen. So what is objects relation? Object relations theory is a fascinating branch of psychology that explores how our earliest relationships, especially with our caregivers, shape who we are. The term objects refers to the significant people in our lives, like parents, whose emotional bonds form our internal world. These early connections don't just fade away, they create unconscious templates that influence how we relate to others as adults. For example, if a child grows up with a nurturing caregiver, they may develop trust and healthy relationships later in life. But in those early bonds where it's unstable or traumatic, they might struggle with fear abandonment or even repeat painful patterns without realizing why. This theory was pioneered by thinkers like Melanie, who studied infant emotions, Donald, who emphasized the importance of good enough parent. Later, Margaret expanded on how these dynamics play out in personality disorders and therapy. Object relations theory was shaped by several key psychoanalysts, each contributing unique insights. Together, these figures, and of course, there are many more psychologists as well as psychoanalysts who expanded on these ideas, contributing to a rich and evolving tradition that continues to inform modern therapy. So, why does it matter today? Because object relations theory helps us understand the hidden roots of relationship struggles, emotional wounds, and even mental health challenges. Whether in therapy, parenting, or even self reflection, it offers a lens to break free from old cycles and build healthier connections.
Today, we will use focus questions to help the client uncover and make sense of these internalized object relations with the aim of fostering more secure and integrated rational experiences. Now, my classmates will present you guys with a session keeping the theme in mind.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good.
Sarah, we would like to continue from the previous session. You mentioned earlier that I fall for people fast, then I suddenly need space. Can we stay with this for a bit?
Yeah, it happens every time. Um, at first, I get close really quickly, like I have finally found someone safe. But soon after, I panic and I want to disappear.
Mhm. Sounds like a part of you reaches out and another part pulls away.
Exactly. It's so confusing and exhausting. I think it's coming from this constant clash inside me. One part of me is asking for connection and wants to be held, and the other is scared and terrified of being, um, swallowed. These two parts, they are always at war.
The war inside must be painful. Like love feels both safe and dangerous at the same time.
Yeah. And I always end up pushing people away, even when they haven't done anything wrong. I feel guilty after doing so. And but in that moment, I just want to run.
The guilt shows how deeply you want to connection. And maybe there's also a part that doesn't feel it's safe to stay. Is that so?
I think so. I think it's got a lot to do with my mother. She was very emotional and you can say over involved. She was loving, but she didn't know where to stop. And if I wanted space, she'd like it personally. She take it personally. And she when I asked for space, she cried or say that I didn't care about her.
As a child, love came with a lot of pressure for you to give up your space to manage someone else's emotions. That's asking too much from a child.
I learned that love means disappearing a little. I mean, making room for the other person, even when it hurts.
It's a lot for any child. No wonder closeness now feels like a threat to your sense of self.
Yeah. And I think I carry that into relationships now, even with people who are not controlling. I still panic and I start finding faults and reasons to pull people back just to feel I have some control.
Maybe pushing away is how your system protects you from losing yourself again.
Yeah, but I hate it. I want to, I want to stay. I want to be close. I, but I don't know how to do that without feeling trapped.
Sounds like you're trying to find a way to stay close without being consumed.
Yeah, exactly. I want someone to be close, but I also want to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've never had both. Either I was alone and had space, or
Mm-hmm.
I was with someone and felt like I was losing myself. I don't even know what healthy closeness looks like. Um, but I want to learn, you know, I want to feel safe and connected.
Mm-hmm. That's a powerful awareness, Sarah. And I think this space right here is where we can begin building that slowly and gently.
I want to start listening to both parts of me,
Mm-hmm.
the one that longs to be held and the one that's scared.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think they both need care.
You're learning to stay present with yourself, Sarah, even in that chaos. That's a huge step forward.
Thank you. This feels like the first time I'm not choosing between closeness or freedom. Uh, Maybe I can have both.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And we can explore this together.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Um, in the light of this role play, we'll discuss how object relations therapy helps clients become aware of the distorted internalized object relationship, those internalized mental images of others formed in early life. These distortions often influence how clients relate to people in their current lives. In case of Sarah, you know, feeling smothered, or feeling these feeling helpless given when getting close to people. The focus on in these therapy sessions is on transference. Transference is a major tool for this therapy. Clients unconsciously project feelings and expectations from early relationships onto the therapist. By analyzing these projections, the therapist can help the client recognize how their past is shaping their present relationships. The therapist's role is very integral, as in any therapy. It serves as a new relational object over here. This means that the therapeutic relationship offers a corrective emotional experience, essentially a chance to redo or repair early relational wounds in a safe and supportive environment. Uh, Techniques from the Gestalt, like the empty chair technique, visualization, or role play, they actually help to slowly work through the behavioral issues. And it's an ongoing process where the therapist and the client repeatedly explore and reflect on the client's internalized relationships and defense mechanisms. Over time, this repeated repetition helps the client internalize healthier patterns of thinking, feeling, and relating, and it solves interrelational issues. It helps attachment and regulation. Ultimately, the therapy aims to strengthen the client's capacity of emotional regulation and build more secure attachment patterns. The goal is not just insight, but emotional transformation through therapeutic relationship. In conclusion, object relation therapy is a long term, insight driven approach. It's particularly effective for individuals seeking more than just symptom relief. It offers potential for deep and structural change in personality as well as relationships. By revisiting and revising early object relationship, the therapy supports emotional growth and relational healing. Thank you so much.